Welcome to this video, where we'll walk you through the core functionalities of Mecalux's Easy WMS. For this presentation, we've designed a warehouse to showcase our solutions for typical goods flows in logistics facilities. As a basis, we'll use this representation of a warehouse, part automated, part manual, and with an entry to production, to examine some of the most beneficial processes performed by Easy WMS. The automated section includes a high-density storage zone for large goods, as well as a mini-load system for small items. The manual section features selective pallet rack storage and a zone for small items, with picking shelves and carton flow racks. The warehouse is divided into different zones for goods receipt, packing, staging, and dispatch. Easy WMS manages the receipt of items from any origin, supplier, return, transfer from another company facility, unknown origin, or production, regardless of their physical format or presentation, labeled or unlabeled material, ASN, LPN, non-LPN, SKU, boxes, divisions, or reassembled containers. In this demonstration, we'll focus on two key goods receipt processes: item sorting and palletizing. This warehouse receives materials in shipping containers with a large number of goods and few SKUs. The material arrives in an unorganized way, so it has to be sorted, palletized, and labeled for storage. Goods sorting helps to identify the best place to receive and store the items. In this warehouse, options include the mini-load system, also known as an ASRS for boxes, or the selective pallet racks. Prior to sorting the goods, the manager will have established the minimum amounts to be stored in each zone. Based on that configuration and the quantities designated in the purchase order, Easy WMS generates a report that enables the operator to store the items in the optimal location. In this case, the WMS detects the need for stock in the ASRS for boxes, so it directs the operator to move the goods to the entry point of the mini-load system. The WMS requests all the necessary data on these items, and the operator physically deposits them in boxes that are then stored in the ASRS. The remaining goods are sent to the conventional pallet racks, so they have to be palletized. Easy WMS calculates the number and type of pallets required based on the anticipated quantities, the physical format, and the maximum quantity a pallet can contain. The operator can consult the palletization forecast by means of a report or a display at the workstation before receiving the goods, but also during their receipt via the radio frequency scanner. With the pallets placed physically on the floor, the operator deposits the goods on them by following instructions from the WMS. The containers are labeled during the goods receipt process. If the items come from a purchase order relating to a shipping order or a customer, then they will be reserved for this and can be placed in zones close to the loading docks. It's also possible to identify and separate all or specific goods for quality control, and place them in a zone set up for this purpose where they'll be checked. The status of all inbound goods expected in the warehouse can be viewed in real time on a dashboard, as well as independently in Easy WMS via receipts views. To optimize order preparation, Easy WMS offers 3 different cross-docking solutions based on storage system type. For warehouses that manage a lot of stock that's received palletized and in the same physical format in which it will be dispatched, opportunistic cross-docking and cross-docking to warehouse can be used to complete shipping orders. For logistics facilities with just-in-time processes in which stock arrives unpalletized and will most likely be dispatched in low volumes to several customers, Easy WMS features a process whereby goods can be sorted in carts to speed up order preparation and the movement of the items to the packing zone. And for warehouses in which part of the goods are bought from an external supplier and distributed to various customers in unit loads smaller than pallets, cross-docking can be used in conjunction with the tight flow strategy to sort those goods and distribute them among the shipping orders that require them. We'll use our demo warehouse to illustrate item sorting in facilities with just-in-time operations. In this warehouse, shipping orders are accepted without having the goods in stock. When the goods are received, they're sorted at the receiving station and sent to the packing zones. This operation is possible thanks to, on the one hand, the configuration of shipping templates, which organize the shipping orders into single-unit and multi-unit orders. On the other hand, the goods are marked as unloaded, so the items pending receipt are counted in the system and taken into account for order preparation. During the process, the operator scans the received materials individually. The system then identifies whether they're necessary for any shipping orders and sorts them by destination. If the goods aren't labeled, labeling can be done in the same process. If certain items aren't required for a shipping order, the system identifies and classifies them to be stored in the warehouse racks. To ensure the preservation of goods, with minimal risk to goods, people, and the warehouse, and to optimize the physical space of the facility, Easy WMS has a number of put-away rules adaptable to customers' logistics needs. For warehouses with a large quantity of SKUs of varying turnover, Easy WMS chooses the location entailing the least number of movements to retrieve the goods from the storage system. This software can also calculate the turnover of the goods based on past movements or on future sales forecasts, proposing changes in item characteristics to be applied in the put-away phase. For high-density storage systems with a large capacity and few SKUs, Easy WMS ensures the compact use of the available space. It chooses optimal locations, that is, those that waste less volume, in line with the forecast for the inbound items. This use case, illustrated in the next demonstration, is especially beneficial in warehouses connected to a production line where the quantity produced can be forecast according to the raw materials consumed. Easy WMS provides full visibility of an organization's inventory to maintain an up-to-date record of its goods and stock levels, report abnormal situations that could lead to problems, produce reports, track material handling, and meet customer needs while minimizing shipping errors. The software's web interface displays information on stock in all the warehouses of an organization. Stock pending delivery, or ASN stock, in-store stock, and so on. Reports and dashboards provide inventory managers with finely detailed information on inventory and locations. For both inventory and location management, Easy WMS offers the Warehouse Map display. Let's look at a demo of this screen. A user views the warehouse in 3D, positions the image as needed, selects an aisle in the ASRS, and focuses on it, displaying the 2D image of that aisle. They then select a location to check information on it. To maintain stock accuracy, Easy WMS provides adjustment and counting operations, physical counts, cycle counts, or counts by zone, aisle, item, or owner. This demonstration shows a blind stock count by zone. A manager launches the count with the indicated characteristics. Easy WMS is charged with generating the necessary tasks and distributing them among the operators. The operator goes to each of the indicated locations and informs Easy WMS of the stock found in them. In the event of discrepancies between the stock counted and that registered in the system, the differences are reported so that the appropriate action can be taken in each case. A fundamental part of inventory management is stock quality management. The next example shows how to block the dispatch of all the stock in a certain lot in the event that a quality issue is detected in that lot. In this situation, the laboratory manager decides to block all the stock from that lot in the warehouse. They then consult the traceability of that lot to check which supplier it came from, its location in the warehouse, and whether it's been shipped to a customer or used in a production process. Inventory management also involves the management of kits, that is, goods that are made up using other items. With Easy WMS, kits can be assembled and stored, kit to stock, assembled and dispatched, kit to order, or shipped unassembled. This example illustrates how to assemble a kit ordered by a customer in a warehouse with no kits already assembled. The warehouse manager releases the shipping order requesting the kit. As there is no stock of that kit available in the warehouse, Easy WMS creates an assembly order. The components are sent to the assembly station, where an operator assembles the kit, informing Easy WMS of this action. The status of the goods, of the locations, and of all loading operations in the warehouse can be viewed in real time on a dashboard, as well as independently in Easy WMS's stock, container, location, and station views. To streamline order picking, Easy WMS has automated and manual goods replenishment mechanisms that ensure that stock is available in the appropriate picking locations. Generally, Easy WMS allows replenishment to be configured by stock level based on the quantities needed for shipping orders or as requested by users. Stock in stores is also managed through replenishment. To demonstrate this functionality, we've chosen two scenarios offered by Easy WMS: replenishment or dynamic picking, and replenishment between sub-warehouses. In the dynamic picking scenario, the picking shelf isn't large enough to accommodate all the SKUs. This can be due to lack of space, warehouse growth, or any other reason. Moreover, the handling equipment isn't suitable for picking at height. This replenishment method makes it possible to prepare shipping orders in advance and ensures that all picking locations have enough stock to prepare the order, facilitating dispatch processes. To activate dynamic picking, the manager selects the orders to be replenished and requests this action. The system calculates the necessary locations and generates the tasks to replenish them. It also generates the tasks to replenish the fixed locations that store goods with a higher turnover. The operator performs the replenishment tasks guided by instructions they receive on their RF scanners, picking the material from its original storage location and depositing it in the picking location. The second scenario illustrates replenishment between sub-warehouses. In this case, all picking preparation takes place in the AS/RS for boxes, which must be replenished regularly to meet shipping demands. This periodic replenishment is carried out using a previous configuration, which establishes the minimum and maximum quantities to be stored in each sub-warehouse for each item or item type. The manager sets these quantities based on the anticipated daily or weekly order requirements. Easy WMS informs users of any items that are below the minimum level established in each sub-warehouse, and the manager requests the replenishment of these goods. The software creates the tasks required to replenish the mini-load system. Aided by an RF scanner, an operator then performs these tasks, moving the goods from the pallet rack storage zone to the point of entry to the AS/RS. Easy WMS features multiple order preparation solutions to ensure efficiency in this process and thus boost warehouse productivity. Person to goods. With these solutions, the operator retrieves the goods from the location indicated by the WMS using devices such as RF scanners, voice picking, or pick-to-light equipment, or simply a piece of paper with the picking route to follow. Goods to person. For these solutions, a set of automated elements moves the materials to the operator's workstation. This picking method stands out for its high-performance pick station, which, unlike a conventional automatic pick station, is capable of handling up to 1,000 picks per hour. Order preparation with both RF scanners and voice picking equipment can be carried out with carts or LPNs. Goods can be retrieved from the racks individually for a single order, or collected in groups for various orders. Orders for end customers can be distributed in the cart itself if its structure so allows. Otherwise, preparation can be moved to a put wall specially designed for ungrouping orders. Both grouped preparation scenarios can be seen in the following demonstrations. In the first situation, an operator is preparing a grouped order from 2 picking locations, retrieving items for 5 shipping orders. These are then ungrouped and labeled directly in the cart itself for the end customer. The second situation also shows an operator preparing a grouped order with a cart. They walk to the various picking locations, retrieving the goods and quantities indicated by the RF scanner and depositing them in the cart. They then move the cart to the put wall to ungroup the items. The same operator, or another one charged with ungrouping the items, distributes the materials in the cart into the put wall, consolidating all the stock belonging to each shipping order in a single compartment. Rounding off the demonstration and highlighting another use of pick-to-light devices integrated in Easy WMS is the process of emptying the put wall for dispatch to end customers. For order preparation with pick-to-light devices, Easy WMS features 2 solutions, one for exclusive use on picking shelves and another on the shelves and the picking cart. These are comparable to order preparation with RF scanners or voice picking systems and a cart with order distribution capabilities. However, they also reduce operator errors and increase productivity. For order preparation in an ASRS, depending on the quantities to prepare, it's possible to work with direct picking or negative picking to minimize stock handling. The case of negative picking can be seen in the following demonstration. The goods arrive at the stations intended to hold the stock to be sent to the customer. The operator simply removes one layer, which corresponds to the amount that has not been assigned to the shipping order, and dispatches the pallet that has left the ASRS. Easy WMS also allows for the dispatch of full pallets in all scenarios, and with all the means previously mentioned. The status of all goods leaving the warehouse can be viewed in real time on a dashboard, as well as independently in Easy WMS via shipping views. Once preparation is finished, the materials are moved to the packing zone, where an operator inserts the items into their final packages and labels them. With Easy WMS, this process can be done with RF scanners as well as at workstations. The prepared items can be inserted into a single package or several. In the case of the latter, it's possible to indicate the goods that will be put in each package for enhanced traceability. It's also possible to capture the weight of the packages, label them, and print a delivery note for the package. This entire process can be decided by the operator or guided by the WMS, based on the volumetric data for each item. In the next example, an operator at a packing station follows instructions from Easy WMS to carry out guided packing. The system tells the operator the appropriate number and type of packages to use to minimize shipping costs, indicating the packages in which each item should be placed. Once the process is finished, the corresponding labels are printed and the packages containing the prepared orders are moved to the dock for loading. Easy WMS features specific processes for the conditioning, review, and adaptation of the goods prepared for end customers, specifically for work done in consolidation and retention zones. Likewise, by means of sequencing rules, it ensures that critical or decision points are reached in the order required for dispatch. The truck loading process enables the operator to identify the material to be loaded, no matter its presentation: LPNs, individual items, or items labeled for the carrier. We'll use our demo warehouse to illustrate two scenarios in the dispatch zone. The first example shows the dispatch of full and sequenced pallets that have come from the ASRS. The second shows the loading of a truck with loading incidents. First, we see the extraction of containers waiting at the exit point of an ASRS to subsequently be loaded by truck stops. This retrieval is carried out with the sole assistance of information screens that show the operators the work to be performed by means of images. This speeds up the dispatch process and brings down costs in ASRS by not needing to use RF scanners only for this purpose. The extraction of an order other than the one suggested isn't prohibited, but it could pose a problem for the carrier's delivery route, which has been planned as per the instructions displayed on the screen. For the second demonstration, Easy WMS shows a truck loading scenario in which the operator has to identify the materials and verify their weight. The truck loading process ensures that the carrier takes the goods scheduled for dispatch. Furthermore, it guarantees that there is no excess stock in the orders due to operator errors in the preparation phase or to changes in the shipping orders after their preparation. If the system detects an error, it guides the operator in separating the quantities in excess of the order. During the loading process, the operator can consult the materials pending loading and their locations at all times. In the event of an incident whereby it isn't possible to load all the stock, the operator can eliminate items from the load to reflect the exact goods dispatched. Once the loading is finished, the corresponding documentation is printed and given to the carrier. Put-away strategies. By means of put-away strategies, Easy WMS allows users to configure where each item should be placed in the warehouse. For multi-depth locations where Easy WMS manages the depth of each LPN, automated pallet shuttle, high density, pushback, and flow racks, channel filling strategies can be defined. Several location strategies can be defined in each warehouse. They are ordered by a sequence number, and each strategy comprises the following elements. Criteria defines the conditions to be met by each container or item to be allocated. Rule defines the conditions to be fulfilled by the location to store the LPN or stock requiring allocation. Restrictions defines the mixes allowed in the target locations considering the stock already stored there. Sorting defines the selection preferences of the locations that comply with the rules and restrictions. It's also possible to set restrictions on item mixes based on configurable criteria, such as sub-warehouses, storage zone, aisle, location, or ensuring a certain distance. The criteria for establishing the restrictions can be based on the item, its family, its logistics attributes, mixing days between expiration dates, LPN type, and so on. Stock assignment strategies. Stock assignment is generally configured using a single strategy, although various can be configured if the stock needs to be allocated differently according to the presentation, sub-warehouse, or nature of the items. Easy WMS decides on the specific stock to be used to prepare each shipping order by applying stock assignment strategies. The main attributes of the stock assignment strategies are: rule, defines the efficiency mode and when to apply shipping logic, take into account moving containers, and ship full containers only. Maximize shipping, enables the search for container combinations that make it possible to assign the exact order quantity or as close to this as feasible. Priorities, establishes the sorting criteria to choose the best stock from among those valid for assignment. Assignment zone, the assignment rule can be restricted to a specific section in the warehouse, a sub-warehouse, in order to have various zones for each type of unit load. Sequence, constitutes the number that the strategy occupies in the order of application of all strategies during the stock assignment process. Replenishment strategies. Replenishment strategies are used to configure the way in which the system creates replenishment tasks. It's also possible to specify the method for selecting stock to be used in replenishment. There are 3 specific types of replenishment strategies, in addition to a 4th used for replenishment between sub-warehouses. Individual demand, to replenish goods immediately. This enables the operator to request replenishment manually using the RF scanner or the application interface. Shipping demand, to have enough stock to prepare a shipping order at the corresponding picking locations. Top off, to maintain minimum stock levels and locations dedicated to picking. This way, replenishment of picking locations is automatically generated when the stock goes below a previously configured quantity. Between sub-warehouses, this strategy enables the creation of replenishment orders in warehouses divided into different sub-warehouses, maintaining the minimum stock levels in each one. Thus, material can be transferred to one or more sub-warehouses whose stock is below the previously configured quantities. Defragmentation, optimizing shipping and turnover. In an ASRS, the aim of the defragmentation process is to compact the storage space, redistributing goods according to their turnover zone or their assignment to an order. There can be several turnover optimization strategies in a single warehouse, ordered by a sequence number. Defragmentation can be executed manually or automatically. Manual execution refers to the immediate implementation of any defragmentation strategy, active or not, by generating the necessary tasks to be executed during periods of storage inactivity. With automatic execution, active defragmentation strategies are executed in the sequence order set in the configured execution period. Turnover optimization strategies are defined to place containers in new, more suitable locations, in line with ABC item classification. Each strategy comprises the following elements. Criteria, defines the conditions to be met by the LPN and its original location to select the LPNs that are candidates to improve their location in the warehouse. Rule, defines the conditions to be met by the destination location to move the container there. Shipping optimization strategies are defined to place containers to be shipped for a specific order in zones close to the exit zone to speed up the picking process. Each strategy comprises the following elements. Criteria, defines the conditions to be met by the shipping order to move the containers to be shipped. Rule, defines the conditions to be met by the destination location in order to move the containers there. Loads. The loading process can be configured to meet the specific needs of the warehouse, making the process safer as well as simpler for the operators. Each configuration defines the creation, whether creation is automatic, manual, or unplanned for each type of shipping. Orders, routes, grouping, mergers, and waves. The process, which determines the behavior of LPN recording, seal recording, self-closing, partial closing, quantity entry mode, and allow to load everything. Pre-packaging strategies. For easy WMS to be able to calculate the number of packaging materials necessary for order preparation, it's necessary to specify several configuration data in terms of items and presentations, and to create one or more calculation strategies. Pre-packaging strategies define the following elements. Order type establishes which types of shipping orders to apply. Process indicates whether the pre-packaging is done during order picking, consolidation, or packing. Work mode establishes whether the operator can deposit the stock in a container other than that indicated by the calculation, or should strictly apply to the one indicated. Pre-packaging logic specifies whether to prioritize reducing the number of packages or their total volume. Types of containers allowed defines the types of containers that can be used for the calculation. Configuration of shipping order cancellation. Easy WMS makes it possible to configure the point in the life cycle up to which a shipping order or one of its lines can be canceled or modified. As each warehouse may require different actions following a cancellation, various configurations can be set by order type for each warehouse. There can only be one configuration for each shipping scope and each warehouse. Each cancellation configuration specifies the zone of application of the configuration, in which it's possible to differentiate between shipping orders and shipping orders grouped and included in routes, waves, and mergers, and the cancellation limit, which designates the maximum level in the life cycle or status up to which the order can be edited or canceled. Its options are released, assigned, prepared, VAS applied, packaging applied, loaded, and shipped. User interface customization. For each view, Easy WMS allows each user to select the most comfortable way of working with the application. Display mode. Grid for viewing the list only, or Simple for viewing the list and the detail of the selected item. Add or remove data from views to adjust the views to the information each user needs. Add or remove columns from lists. With actions to change the width of the columns and adjust them to their content or to the width of the list. Each user can save their own configuration for each view. They can also create and save filters in order to easily apply them.